close to you, maybe next to you, in back of you, in front of you. Just see that everybody gets one of your business cards. Might be likened to this card file. There was a research study done some years ago to determine how people perceive messages, how they receive marketing messages, and how they associate things. And they found that the human mind was a lot like this card file. When things are put into the mind, they're actually put into an index file. That's why you find these memory people that will use word associations. One word will trigger another word, which will trigger another word, and bam, you're right into the file of your mind. So your mind, being like a computer file, will take and actually put products or services in its own respective file. Now, the thing we're going to talk about this morning is where your business or your product or your service fits into the mind of the people who will be the buyers or the customers of your products. Let me ask you to help me out with something this morning. I'm going to pick out an industry, one that everybody is familiar with and recognizes. And I think one of the best ones I can think of are fast food franchises. Is there anywhere in the world, or at least in the United States, where you can't find a fast food franchise? It seems like they're all over the place. They're like one-celled amoebas. They started small and they're just monstrosities now. But let's pick out a specific one. Let's take hamburgers, fast food hamburgers, if you will. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what comes to your mind. What company that puts out fast food hamburger do you think of immediately when I say fast food hamburgers?
McDonald's.
All right. Number one, McDonald's. What's number two?
Burger King.
Burger King, absolutely.
Wendy's.
Number three.
Wendy's.
Arby's, that's roast beef. Hamburgers now, fast food hamburgers.
Hardee's.
Hardee's? Okay, Hardee's. Lesser known, but they're out there. We got four.
White Castle. I was gonna
White
say
Castle,
that, yeah.
okay. And the best one, Checkers. That's a good one, Checkers. Checkers is a good example of positioning. We'll talk about how they... Checkers is on a roll. Right. Without using the major guns of advertising like McDonald's and not fighting them head on. You know what I mean? Let's see. 10 of them now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Any more? Isn't it funny when you get down to about the 7th one? You think you know a million of them. But right off the top of your head came these 6 of them, and then it gets a little tougher. Yeah, you come up with the 7th and the 8th, and you're starting to stretch a little bit, and then when you get to the 10th, it's a real obscure company that nobody's ever heard of. It may be in your little hometown somewhere. These 3 guys right here have done such a job of positioning themselves in your mind as number 1, 2, and 3 respectively. And any audience I've ever done this with, fire off those 3 almost immediately off the top. The same happens when I talk with car rentals or hotel chains, or we pick other industries that people are familiar with. There's 3 leaders that bing, 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 come right off the top of people's minds. These people have done a good job of getting in the card file of people's minds. They position themselves real well. And in the handout this morning, you're going to find what looks like little ladders and rungs of the ladder. And the human mind will take perhaps a McDonald's and put it on the top rung, and then it will take a Burger King and put it on the 2nd rung, and then a Wendy's and put it on the 3rd rung. And what the game is for these companies really to gain position. And as they gain position, they're starting to gain market share. They're getting people's minds, they're getting into your head. And that's Hello, I'm Jim Rosetti, and this program is called Start Your Own Business. Today's topic is finding the right product. How many of us have, one time or another, have wanted to own a business? Maybe with a little help, now's the time we can get started. Whether you've got $500 or $5,000, you can start and build a successful, profitable company. Even if you're in high school or retired or already have a job, but you want to earn extra money, this program is for you. Over the years, as a marketing consultant and a lecturer, I've met many successful folks who started with little money but lots of determination to succeed. Today you're going to meet Jamie Rhines-Jones and get some good tips on starting your own business. And we'll learn how she's building a unique hair braiding company with some great ideas. We'll also meet a marketing, and this is Start Your Own Business. Today we've got a young lady with us with a very unique idea that fit into a very special niche. And she's well on her way to becoming a very successful businesswoman. Please meet Jamie Rhines-Jones. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jim. Nice to meet you.
Jamie, let me give the viewers an idea of what it is that you do here. This basically is your company that you actually market and sell to beauty salons nationally.
To the profession, yes. Mm-hmm.
Right, and we're talking about a unique service that they can add to their arsenal of what they do in their salons, and add this as another money-making service that they can offer their clients and their customers.
Exactly. I've been doing this for about 15 years, and I found that a lot of the salons didn't offer braiding, but yet there was such a call for it. For example, for weddings and New Year's Eve, that women as well as young ladies like to have their hair braided, but yet there's only maybe 10% of the profession that can offer this service.
Right.
So when I retired out of the profession, I was constantly being asked, you know, please braid my hair, and I also traveled around the country with major hair companies doing what is called platform shows, and I was an educator to teach hairdressers how to braid.
Right.
So when I retired out of the profession, I was constantly being asked to come back, and I didn't want to, so I came up with the idea that perhaps I could put it on video and sell it and still be at home to raise my children, which is what my ultimate goal was.
All right, so basically you did a little market research just by intuition, basically, from people asking you and demanding you to come back and do this, or you actually went to the library and researched what you were doing?
I did not go to the library. I felt that the calls that continued to come with me 2 years after I retired was evidence enough that what I had and the service that I could provide to the profession was very unusual. I do not know of anyone else in the entire country that does what I do.
Okay.
And but the ironic part of the business is that I retired and I started a mail order business out of my home for the videotapes that I've produced. And in order to make them successful, I have to go back on the road to promote the videos. So I'm back out doing shows and that type of thing again.
Okay, so what you've done, though, you've found the uniqueness of what you do. You found just what you said a few minutes ago, nobody else in the country is doing this. Makes you very exclusive, and finds that little niche that we're talking to the viewers about that they can hone in on, and whatever they do, they're looking for that little hidden niche to fill a need.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I think it's very unusual. No one else that I know of does what I do, but also I believe that you have to love what it is you're going to pursue, because it's an awful lot of work.
Yeah.
I run my business out of my home other than the shows I do, so I find that I have to wear all the hats of running a business. I not only have to run my computer and run to the printer and set up the type work and all of that. I also have to be an accountant and bookkeeper and run to the bank, and I have to do it all.
You wear a lot of hats in that business.
Exactly.
Jimmy, can we just show this to the viewers, maybe give them a view of what it is that you do? And
these are the most advanced braids that I teach. These are dealing with 4, 5, and 10 strands of hair, and they are very difficult. But they come from they're much easier once they come from being trained from the very beginning, working with 2 strands, working up to 10.
Right.
But I can make hats out of hair. It takes an hour and a half and 2 assistants, but you can't make money at doing it, so I don't teach it.
excellent.